Hello, everyone, and happy Sunday evening. I am coming to y'all a little late this evening because of the eventful day that I had today. I am currently in the city of Philadelphia where I had the opportunity to sell my teas at the Juneteenth festival, which was absolutely amazing. We were able to see a couple performances on stage. Lady of Rage blessed the stage, as well as DJ Cool. So I didn't even know that those two were going to be here, but I packed up my kids and my teas, and I was able to spread some herbal love and some messages of hope and of love, and talk about my book and my upcoming release, and of course this YouTube page where I share my inspirational messages on a daily basis. And in the midst of it all, we end up, unfortunately, having a flat tire. The car had a flat tire. When we came back to the car, the tire ended up being flat. So we are here waiting for roadside assistance to come and change the tire. But in the midst of it all, I honestly and truthfully feel blessed. The Lord allowed me to feel good today. I just had some good energy come over me. Of course, the enemy always does what the enemy does, try to interrupt my energy with negative energy. And I always had to make it my business to overpower the negativity with positivity, because that's not what I want my life to be. That's not what I want my surroundings to be. That's not what I want my mood to be. Even in the midst of the situation that I am in right now, I can still find reasons to be grateful. I'm just glad that the car didn't break down on the side of the highway, or anything could have happened where I could have just ended up in an unsafe situation, and just end up feeling unsafe, or hold on, sorry, or being unsafe. I didn't even realize the car lights was about to turn off. Sorry, y'all. But I just felt it in my heart just to relay a message over to y'all. I was thinking about what I wanted to share with y'all today, what was on my heart. And what came to me was, one of the first things that came to me was a shift, how things are moving and changing, and the world is constantly changing and evolving, and we have to change too. Like, nothing stays the same, no one stays the same, everything is changing. I like to learn new facts about what's going on in the world, just what's going on every single day, not as far as the news or anything like that, but scientifically wise. And I found out a new fact not too long ago about the earth. I was looking into the earth and how much the earth costs, like $5 trillion. If anyone has that amount of money hanging around, like, you can actually purchase the earth for like $5 trillion or something like that. But anyway, what stood out to me was the sun, which is like a million times as larger than the earth. Like a million earths can fit inside the sun. And the sun, as much as energy as it takes to do the job of the sun, like to stay in the universe where it is right now, it releases energy every single day. The sun releases energy, and that energy source is not going to last for eternity. So eventually, the earth is not going to be able to supply enough energy to support life here on earth. And that fact stood out to me, meaning that earth is not going to be around forever. There will come a time in a day that earth is going to be like the last, someone is going to be the last human being or the last animal or the last insect or whatever, and there will be zero life on earth. And it made me think about how sometimes we could take time for granted. We can think to ourselves, "Oh, I'm not going to do that today because I have time," or we procrastinate and we put things to the side or push things to the back and say, "I got time. I'll do it later, or I'll do it another time." And we just really don't have time, because as powerful as the sun is right now, it's going to lose its power and there will be no life on earth. So as much as we think we have time, we really don't. We really don't. So, the time to stop procrastinating, it has to be today. To the time to realize that things are changing. It's going to is whether you ready for the change or not, or you want to catch up to the change or not, or whether you feel like it or not, you're going to have to. You're going to have to adapt to the change that the world is constantly making. Every excess of the every day the world turns around, everything is changing. The sun is losing power. We don't have forever. Our future generations that are going to be here long after us. Yeah, there still is some time before the earth loses its power, because there is mighty power coming from the sun that supports the earth. But that power is not going to last forever. That source of power is not going to last forever. So we need to take advantage of every opportunity to do everything that we have to do to live the best life that we have to live. Because as much as we think we have time, we really don't have as much time as we think we have. I hope and wish and pray and dream for myself. Like, I don't only wish the best for my children, but I want to create generational wealth so that my children and my children's children will be okay long after I'm gone. And I want to leave that legacy, and I pray to leave, just to break some of the chains that been holding our people hostage for so long. I don't want my children's children. I don't want my children to have to suffer because of the color of their skin. So I want, in my mind and my heart and my soul, I want to break the generational curses that's been holding down, even in my own family, for so long. I want to start fresh, brand new with my family. That's why I chose to, try to show my children a different way of life, so that they may live and be blessed. And just being out here celebrating Juneteenth and just all the African American festivities, and looking at my brothers and sisters unite with the music and the food and the gathering of hearts and smiles, and just the uplifting of joy and peace and love right here in the city of Philadelphia. And it's such a blessing to watch people of my color be able to come together in such a manner without having to worry about all the bad things that they constantly talk about that's going on in the city of Philadelphia. So it gives me freedom. It gives me freedom. Like, we are free. This is what our ancestors fought so hard for. Even though society is the way that it is, God has control over everything and everyone. As much as they think they can overpower us with their money and their systematic, the way that they have things set up in the ghetto and welfare and all these things that we complain about, we can break out of it. And it gives me Harriet Tubman. And that's what I was thinking about on my way down here. And I said, oh, I have to talk about that today in light of today being Juneteenth. When Harriet Tubman said she freed the slaves. It was slaves that she helped lead to freedom. And it was a quote that still goes on to this very day, where she said, I would have freed more slaves if only they knew in their mind that they were slaves. You know, she said, come on, I'm going to lead you to freedom. And they like, huh? I am free with shackles on, you know, with shackles around their necks and around their wrists and around their ankles. And she like, you don't realize that you're a slave? And that's what a lot of us are enslaved in our minds. We have to let the shackles go. Once we realize that we are slaves, it's time for us to wake up. And I know that's a harsh reality for a lot of people. But when they say, like, some of us are woke and some of us are not woke, and I would like to think of myself as, even if I'm not all the way woke right now, I would like to think that I am on my way. And I want my children to be woke too, you know, to know that there is more out here for us, that we don't have to stay under the pressures of, you know, the things that are holding us bound. Because us as a race and as a color and as a society, we can be so much further ahead than we are if we only realize. You don't address a problem until you recognize that you have a problem. That's with anything. That's with drug addiction. That's with alcoholism. That's with shopping too much. That's with people that eat too much, who can't control the amount of calories that they put into their body. And next thing you know, you have all kind of health problems because your mind is telling you you're hungry, even when your stomach is already full. You know, it's a problem. But you have to recognize that it is a problem. You have to realize that something is not right. You have to realize that something is hazardous to your health, because these things can take you to a point where you don't want to go. It's a saying that I heard someone say about addiction that always sticks to me. They said it takes you places that you don't want to go, and it keeps you longer than you want to stay. That's with anything. You know, sometimes you don't even realize that you have a problem until that thing got such a hold on you that you can't even let go. You know, so today I'm just giving freedom vibes. You know, I am just giving out freedom vibes. We don't have to be stuck in any situation mentally at all. Nothing has to hold us bound. Nothing has to hold us bound. We can be free in our hearts. We can be free in our minds. And we can be free physically. Our bodies can be free to whatever we want our bodies to do. We don't have to bow down to anything. Not sex, not weed, not drugs, not alcohol, not anything, not a relationship, not a man, not a mom, not, you know, kids. You know, I see just some of the worst relationships that I have ever seen in my life. And it wasn't just like, you know, man or woman or, you know, partners in life. It can be like family. Family can be toxic to each other, and they don't even realize it. But if you love that person that much, you gotta let them go. You can't be that toxic to your own loved one, because that's not love. And you know that's your child or your brother or your sister or your mother. If you're being harmful to someone that you love, I'm giving you the harsh reality right now here today. That's not love. You don't love that person if you're not willing to set them free, to keep it real with them. I'm not being no good to you. I'm not being no good for you. Some relationships are just straight up toxic. And I'm not talking about just a spouse. You know, if you really love somebody, you got to love them enough to let them be free. You got to let them be free in their mind. You got to keep it real with them. Give them some harsh realities. Oh, baby, you don't look good today. You don't smell good today. You know, you shouldn't be eating that. You know, you shouldn't be, whatever the situation may be. Like, that weed doing something to you. Your breath shouldn't always smell like alcohol. You can't do that over my house. I'm not going to sugarcoat your mess because I love you enough to point these things out to you, and I don't want to see anything bad happen to you. Sometimes the same person that you've been biting your tongue with for so long because you love them so much and you don't want to call them out on their mess, maybe they need to hear that, and maybe they need to hear it from you, especially if you love them that much. So today, I'm just giving freedom today, even though I am waiting here for roadside assistance to come put this spare tire on so I can hit the highway going south. I need to head back to Delaware so I can start me a brand new week. I am excited about my week. I know great things are coming my way, and I just wish the best for everyone, and I hope my messages will bless someone. Tell somebody that you know. Share these videos, share my YouTube page. This is not just for publicity or fame or whatever. Like, I honestly, truthfully, in my heart want somebody to be blessed through my messages. So y'all just be free on today. Happy Juneteenth. Happy Father's Day to all the fathers in the world. We love you. We love you. We love you. It is late, but I decided no matter what the circumstances is, I am still going to smile. I'm still going to shine. I am still going to count my blessings and be grateful in any and every circumstance. And I just wanted to show y'all that I live it just as well as I speak it, as I am sitting here in Philadelphia waiting for my tire to be changed. I just still find reasons to be grateful in my heart that I'm happy, I'm healthy, I'm safe. I know I'm going to make it home safe. It's a little process getting there, but it happens. And maybe God has me stuck here for a reason. Maybe he don't want me on the highway right now. I never know what God might be trying to protect me from. So today I choose freedom on today. Procrastination, we're going to kick to the side. Anything that is holding us down, we're going to kick to the side. We're going to walk in whatever God wants us to walk into fearlessly. Whatever you feel like is calling you, we're going to walk into it with no fear. We are not going to be embarrassed of the way we look, or the things that people tell us we're ugly or we're fat, or we got big foreheads and fat noses, or so what? We're gonna love ourselves for how God created us to be, because everything that they told to me was a lie. When I look at myself, all I see is beauty. We have to find beauty within ourselves, and I feel like I'm more beautiful on the inside. The beauty within me radiates. So we have beauty within us that we can share across the world. So let your minds be free today. I hope that someone had a blessed Juneteenth, and the fathers out there had a blessed Father's Day. Until tomorrow, I will not be stuck on the side of the road. Next time I come back to y'all, I will be rejoicing in gratefulness of how God got me out of this situation, because he gonna do it again just like he do it any other time. Y'all have a blessed evening. Y'all be blessed.